I was never the golden child. When Lila danced in pink ribbons, I sat with wires and circuits. Mother said it wasn't proper for girls to take things apart. Father laughed, but not kindly. He said girls build families, not machines. Every word carved small scars in places no one could see. At school, teachers praised Lila's smile, not my science fair trophies. At home, her laughter filled rooms where mine never echoed. She was the sun, and I was the shadow. When she won her first pageant, the whole town came to cheer. When I got into university at 16, Mother said nothing. She told the neighbors I was good with computers. As if that explained everything and nothing at once. On weekends, they'd drive to Lila's cheer competitions. I stayed home soldering circuits, pretending it didn't hurt. I learned to make silence a companion. When they said, "Why can't you be more like her?" I smiled. Smiles are easy armor. You wear them long enough, they stop feeling heavy. By 18, I had already stopped asking for approval. I found validation in algorithms, not affection. Machines made sense, people didn't. Equations never lied. They didn't tell you you were too much or not enough. When Lila got engaged for the first time, she was 22. Mother cried tears of joy and called her the lucky one. Father gave her pearls and a speech about tradition. I gave her a digital frame I coded myself. She never turned it on. At the reception, relatives whispered about me again. She'll understand love someday. They said it like a curse disguised as pity. I kept my head high and nodded politely. Inside, something broke so quietly it didn't even echo. Years later, when my company launched, I didn't tell them. They found out from a magazine cover. Mother called to ask if it was a real business. Father asked if I still planned to marry. They spoke of success as if it were temporary, like rain that would soon dry. I stopped correcting them. You cannot explain color to those who choose to stay blind. I built instead. Built programs that learned faster than humans could doubt them. Built systems that repaired themselves after failure. Built walls so high even love couldn't climb them. But tonight, standing outside Lila's wedding, the walls feel thin. Her laughter carries through the glass doors, bright and flawless. It sounds just like it did when we were children. Maybe some things never change. Maybe they were never meant to. Still, a small part of me waits for someone to look my way. To see more than the sister who never fit. I take a breath, adjust the clutch in my hand, and walk toward the light that never belonged to me. The ballroom gleams with gold and crystal. Every chandelier drips light like melting glass. Lila stands near the stage, glowing in white silk. She looks like a portrait painted to be adored. Guests orbit her like stars pulled by gravity. I linger at the edge, invisible by design. A waiter offers champagne, his smile automatic. I take a glass, careful not to spill my composure. The bubbles sting my throat like unspoken truths. Mother spots me from across the room. Her smile sharpens as she approaches. "Darling, you could have worn something brighter." Her tone is honeyed, her eyes steel. This is a wedding, not a board meeting. I murmur something polite and step aside. Father nods to distant business partners, not me. He has always been proud in public, never of me. Guests turn to whisper as I pass. "She's the tech one, isn't she? The one who never married. The sister with no date." Their words land soft but cut deep. I find my seat, table 16 near the back. Too far from the stage, too close to the exit. A perfect metaphor, really. Across the room, Lila laughs into cameras. Her husband beams, every gesture rehearsed. They fit the picture perfectly. I sip champagne, pretending not to taste envy. The program booklet sits folded at my place. Her story printed in silver and silk. 3 pages of charm, charity, and perfect timing. No mention of the sister, who built an empire from code. I close it quietly. Mother drifts by again, addressing the table. Everyone enjoying themselves. This is my other daughter. Her hand lands on my shoulder, like a claim she barely wants. She works with computers. Laughter ripples politely. I swallow the urge to correct her. Let them think I fix printers at the library. Let them stay comfortable in their ignorance. Comfort is their only language. The music swells, violins bright and shallow. I feel smaller with every note. Someone at the next table whispers about my dress. Too dark, too simple, too alone. I smile again, that old reliable shield. It doesn't crack, not yet. A man at the bar glances my way, then looks past me. I'm not what he came here for. The pattern repeats, predictable as gravity. Every laugh feels choreographed. Every compliment pre-approved. This world feeds on appearances, and I am invisible. I trace the rim of my glass with one finger. The sound hums low, steady, almost defiant. For a moment, I let myself imagine leaving. Driving away before the speeches begin. But the story they'd tell would hurt worse. She couldn't even stay for her sister. So I sit still, spine straight, eyes calm. 3 more hours, I tell myself. 3 more hours of smiling for ghosts. Somewhere in the crowd, my name fades again. I sip, breathe, and disappear on cue. The speeches begin with perfect timing. Father takes the microphone, pride swelling in his voice. He toasts to love, to family, to tradition. Every word feels rehearsed from decades of repetition. To my beautiful daughter, he says, eyes on Lila. Applause fills the room like static. No one notices the silence behind my smile. When he says both my daughters, he hesitates. It lasts less than a breath, but I feel it like thunder. The pause where my name should live. I lift my glass anyway, the gesture automatic. Politeness is muscle memory by now. The guests laugh at an inside joke I was never told. I excuse myself, stepping toward the balcony doors. The air outside is colder, sharper, honest. But before I reach it, a voice calls my name. Miss Rowan. I turn. A tall man with silver hair stands a few feet away. His eyes are calm, deliberate, curious. I thought it was you, he says with a faint smile. I recognize him from the news, Andrew Welling. The name carries weight in every financial circle. He steps closer, lowering his voice. Your keynote in Brussels changed how we handle AI ethics. The words hit harder than I expect. Someone here actually knows my work. The framework you built saved us millions, he continues. I wanted to thank you personally. Conversations around us falter, like a record skipping. The crowd turns subtly, hungry for context. Welling bows slightly, a gesture of genuine respect. The silence that follows stretches wide and glittering. 300 guests frozen mid-thought. Mother's champagne glass stops midair. Father's mouth falls open. Lila stares, her smile cracking at the edges. I steady my breathing, refusing to shrink. Thank you, Mr. Welling, I say softly. I'm glad it was useful. No pride, no sarcasm, just truth. He nods once, satisfied. Useful is too small a word, he says. I'd like to discuss potential collaboration next week. He hands me a card, heavy stock, embossed name. It feels solid in my palm, like proof. Proof that what I built mattered beyond bloodlines. A murmur ripples through the crowd like a current. Mother recovers first, gliding forward with a brittle laugh. Darling, you never told us how important your work is. Her arm snakes around mine, too tight to be love. Lila appears on my other side, smile polished to perfection. My brilliant sister, she announces for the cameras. The room hums with shifting hierarchy. Whispers bloom like wildfire across the tables. For years, I was the afterthought. Now, for one impossible moment, the spotlight burns for me. But I don't bask in it. I only stand there, calm and clear inside. Because the truth hits quietly, I never needed their light. Mine was already shining, even when no one looked. Mother clings to my arm like a lifeline. Her perfume fills the air, sweet and suffocating. "Smile, darling," she whispers through her teeth. The photographers are watching. Lila loops her arm through mine on the other side. Her satin gown brushes against my hand like a chain. For years, I wanted this closeness. Now it feels like camouflage. They pose me in front of flashing lights. Every click captures a lie, dressed as unity. "Tell them about your company," Mother urges. Her voice trembles between pride and panic. I glance at her. "You mean the one you called a hobby?" She laughs too loudly. "Oh, mothers exaggerate." Guests gather like moths around a flame. Their smiles sharpen with curiosity. Someone asks what exactly I do. Before I can answer, Mother interrupts. "Something with those artificial things. Computers, I think." Laughter ripples, light but condescending. I cut through it gently. "We build recovery systems for neural networks." Silence follows, crisp and clean. Mr. Welling nods approvingly. A remarkable field, her work's reshaping industries. The tone in the room changes, just slightly. Lila forces a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. "She's always been so clever," she says tightly. "Ever since we were kids." I remember those years. Empty bleachers during my first coding competition. Mother at Lila's cheer finals instead. The memory doesn't hurt anymore. It just feels distant. A young woman approaches shyly, notebook in hand. "I study computer science," she says softly. "Do you have any advice?" Her question disarms me. Finally, a voice without judgment. "Find problems no one else sees," I tell her. "That's where real innovation begins." She beams, grateful. The conversation expands, warm and alive. Others join in, asking about research and ethics. I answer each one, steady, confident. Mother hovers at the edge, smiling but lost. Father stands nearby, pretending familiarity. "We always knew she had potential," he declares. His words taste like borrowed glory. I meet his eyes. "Actually, I built the company without family funding." The silence that follows cuts clean as glass. Welling lifts an eyebrow, impressed. Lila laughs awkwardly, twisting her ring. "Well, we're just happy she's finally being recognized." Recognition. The word lands heavy and hollow. Where was it when I needed it most? Now it means nothing. The whispers around us shift again. Admiration replaces pity. But admiration built on surprise is still disbelief. I smile politely, unchanged inside. This sudden pride isn't for me. It's for the reflection of power they think I bring. They mistake my calm for compliance. But I'm no longer the quiet shadow they remember. I'm simply done seeking light from people who live in mirrors. The terrace smells of roses and cold champagne. Lila finds me first, her veil trembling in the wind. "You could try to look happy," she whispers sharply. "This is my wedding, not your press conference." Her voice is sugar with shards of glass. I stare at the horizon, painted gold by sunset. "I am happy," I say quietly. "Just not for the same reasons as you." She flinches, then forces a brittle laugh. "People are talking, Clara, about you, about him." She nods toward Mr. Welling inside. "You make us look desperate." I almost smile. For once, I didn't plan how people see me. Before she can respond, Mother and Father appear. They move together like a practiced performance. Mother's tone drips concern. "Darling, your father and I were thinking dinner on Sunday. You could invite Mr. Welling, discuss opportunities." Father adds quickly, "It would be wise to keep him close." Their eyes gleam with a hunger that has nothing to do with love. I cross my arms, steadying the air between us. "Now you're interested." Mother's expression tightens. "We've always believed in you." The lie hangs heavy between us. I take a slow breath. No, I say. You believed after someone powerful did. Father frowns, defensive. Don't be ungrateful. We supported your education. You didn't, I answer softly. The scholarship did. You just signed the Christmas cards. His face reddens, years of authority cracking like old paint. Lila's eyes dart nervously toward her guests. Can we not do this now? She pleads. I turn to her. When Forbes interviewed me, you called it luck. Her lips part, but no sound follows. Mother's voice rises a pitch too high. This family has always stood together. Only when there's a camera, I reply. Their silence says everything. The years of dismissal, repackaged now as pride. I let the truth settle between us. It doesn't explode, it clarifies. Father takes a step closer, trying to recover ground. You're successful because of the values we gave you. I shake my head. I succeeded in spite of them. Mother gasps, hand over her chest like a stage cue. Lila's eyes glisten with practiced tears. The sound of footsteps cuts through the tension. Mr. Welling stands at the edge of the terrace. He looks at them, then at me. His voice is low, but carries easily. It takes no talent to inherit status, he says. But it takes courage to build value from nothing. The crowd nearby turns to listen. Mother stammers, words dissolving midair. Father straightens, but his authority has vanished. Lila looks smaller than ever beneath her glittering crown. I exhale, steady and free. Congratulations, Lila, I say gently. I wish you joy. Then I turn away, heels echoing on stone. Their silhouettes blur behind me as the sun fades. For the first time, walking away feels like arriving. The night air is cool against my skin. The music fades behind glass and distance. For the first time in years, silence feels kind. I lean on the stone railing, breathing deeply. The garden glows under scattered lights. Freedom hums low in my chest, steady and real. Footsteps approach, calm and deliberate. Mr. Welling stops a few feet away. I hope I'm not intruding, he says softly. You're not, I reply, voice lighter than before. We stand side by side, watching the lights below. What you've built, he says, is extraordinary. I glance at him, uncertain. He smiles faintly. But what impressed me most was how you carried yourself tonight. His words land gently, not like praise but recognition. You don't just build systems, he continues. You rebuild from what others discard. Something in me stirs, fragile but fierce. He hands me a card, simple and elegant. My European division needs exactly your kind of vision. The offer feels clean, without condition. No family favors, he adds. No debts, no ties, only merit. I take the card, fingers steady. I'll call you Monday, I say. Good, he answers. The world needs more of what you do. When he leaves, the quiet deepens again. This time it doesn't feel empty. It feels earned. I walk toward the parking lot, shoes clicking on stone. The night sky stretches wide above the trees. For once, I don't feel small beneath it. In the car, I roll down the windows. The wind tangles through my hair, cool and clean. I think about the years spent chasing approval. About every time I mistook silence for peace. How I measured my worth through their eyes. How wrong that was. My phone buzzes on the seat beside me. A message from Maya, my lead developer. How was the wedding? I stare at the screen for a long second. Then I type, unexpectedly liberating. Her reply comes fast. About time. I laugh, the sound surprising even to me. Tomorrow, the team will return to work. We'll refine models, fix bugs, build futures. And maybe I'll start something new. Scholarships, mentorships. Opportunities for girls who see the world through circuits and light. No one should have to beg to be seen. The idea feels alive already, like a seed taking root. When I reach home, I kick off my heels. The carpet feels soft under bare feet. I stand before the mirror, studying my reflection. No makeup touch-ups, no masks left. Just me. The woman who survived comparison, silence, and doubt. The one who finally stopped apologizing for her light. I whisper to my reflection, barely above a breath. You were enough all along. Outside, the city hums softly, steady as a heartbeat. And for the first time, I hear my own rhythm perfectly. Morning light filters through the curtains. The city stirs, quiet and unhurried. I sit by the window, coffee warm in my hands. Yesterday feels distant, almost unreal. The wedding, the whispers, the applause. All of it dissolves into something smaller. What remains is the calm inside my chest. No bitterness, no hunger for recognition. Just peace. My calendar blinks with Monday's meeting reminder. Mr. Welling's name glows beside it. I smile, not for validation, but anticipation. This time, I'll walk into that room as myself. No mask, no need to prove anything. Outside, the city hums with possibility. Every sound feels like an invitation. For years, I tried to fit their idea of enough. Now I write my own definition. The mirror reflects someone steady, unafraid. The woman who built her own freedom. I whisper to the quiet morning. This is who I was meant to be. The world moves on, but so do I. And for the first time, I'm exactly where I belong.